Because he was trying to, in a sense, punish that bad puppet. So what can we learn from that? What's the core of what that really teaches us? Can a 1-year-old baby, maybe this is debatable, has a 1-year-old baby really taken in enough culture to be able to have established this sense of right and wrong, this sense of morality? Or is this something that is really on the blueprint level of who we are as humans? That is inscribed in every little spiral of our DNA. Maybe not every spiral. And then, okay, let's ask maybe, okay, so that's the introduction, okay? This is a very relevant question. We take this for granted all the time. It is even in small children. We can see it in 10,000 examples in nature and in other animals. But what is morality? Maybe we just need to ask that very simple question. What is morality? Does anybody have any thoughts on kind of a layman's definition of what morality is?
Well, some of us were in the class that talked about 6 stages of morality.
Okay. Is there a single summation of that we can get?
Well, it was an hour-long class.
Yeah, okay.
Six distinct stages.
Yeah. Well, we only have 45 minutes. Well, to pose that question and kind of get you thinking, I want to give a couple examples. Let's say scenario 1. You come home and you've bought, by the way, you've bought this brand new, say suede or something, suede white couch, very expensive. You're a dog owner. This poses a problem. So you go and you explain very carefully to your dog, Dad, no, don't get on this, no. And then maybe you do some demonstrations and stuff like that to be able to try to explain it. The dog gets it. The dog knows not supposed to be on the couch. So you go off to work, you come back, and what do you find?
Yeah.
You find those little drool marks, all over your nice suede couch. But what's the dog's reaction? You yell at the dog, or maybe you don't even have to go that far. You don't even have to yell at the dog. You can't even see that the dog, you haven't seen the dog on the couch. You've just seen the evidence, the fur, the drool, everything like that. You guys tell me, those dog owners, and I used to be one, what's the dog's reaction?
Hang his head.
Yeah.
Hair between the legs.
Yeah, tail down.
Crawl under the bed.
Yeah, maybe he won't even greet you like normally. What else? Anything? Ears back. Very demonstrably guilty. Dogs feel a sense of shame, absolutely. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely, those dog owners. Okay, scenario number 2. You have a white suede couch. You don't have a dog. You have a cat. You explain to this cat, no. You are not allowed on the couch. You demonstrate it, you get on it, bad. And then you go off to work, you come back. What will the cat's reaction be?
The cat was sitting on the couch.
Yeah. He'll be curled up, licking his paw, something like
Yeah, and
that.
if you correct it, it will look at you like it's offended.
Yeah.
What?
Absolutely.
Oh, wait.
Okay, so one more example, and then maybe we can kind of try to tie that together. I am actually going somewhere with this. Third picture up here is, does somebody know what that is? It's a really funny looking one. Yeah, it's a praying mantis. So let me ask you guys a question. We'll pause there for a second. How many of you think that cannibalism here is a morally acceptable way of getting food? Human cannibalism.
By humans
We have one person in the back, right? Okay.
Oh, it's not my tribe.
Yeah, as long as it's not your tribe. But most people would say, no, cannibalism is probably not the best way to have a dinner party. There may be better ways of getting some food. And maybe some of you know where I'm going with this. Praying mantis females, what do praying mantis females do once they've mated? They eat the entire male, and the male goes along with it. He apparently thinks this is a great idea and succumbs to it very easily without any resistance. So is that, let's think of ourselves as an organism for a second. What's the difference between these different sets of morality? Dogs have a very strong sense of guilt and shame when they're doing something that is wrong to their owner. Cats have no sense of right and wrong when it comes to doing something like sitting on a couch. Praying mantis do something that to humans is absolutely morally reprehensible, and yet it's acceptable within that species. So each species has set up and evolved to have their own sense of right and wrong. These rules that accomplish what? What do these rules accomplish? That's the question that I want you guys to start thinking about. What is the point of these rules? What advantage do they give each one of these species, and humans included? What advantage has morality given humans? Praying mantises, it's easy. They get an instant, high-quality meal exactly when they need it. And that's what makes their babies grow so well. And I want to quote a guy named Matt Ridley, who really, this was just like one of those light bulb explosion moments of epiphany that just brought it all together. Morality, a great synonym for it, and a really fun word, is groupishness. Morality is groupishness. Groupishness. So yeah, kind of start to let that trickle down in. Think about it. Why do dogs have such a strong sense of morality like humans do? Do they hunt alone?
No,
or do they hunt in groups?
They're pack animals.
They're pack animals. Cats, minus lions. Do cats hunt alone or in groups? Alone. So they have a different set of morality because morality is an adaptation. Morality is something that keeps groups together. Morality is an ingrained sense of right and wrong to mitigate conflict and to create and increase group cohesion. Morality is groupishness. Morality is what keeps an organism together. Let's give some examples. Let's say you're a wolf and you're hungry and there's lots of bison around. What are you going to do to get a meal? You're going to learn to cooperate. Let's say you're a chimpanzee that largely eats fruit and things like that, but every so once in a while really does need some protein, really does need some iron and some other, vitamins and minerals that only meat can really provide. What are you going to do if you really need a meal? You're going to figure out how to do it together. And to be able to do that, you have to have a sense of right and wrong, a sense of morality. You're going to have something to glue you guys together. You're going to have to care about each other. You're going to have to be able to work through problems. You're going to have to be able to forgive each other. You're going to have to be able to turn the other cheek in some cases. Somebody else is like, oh my gosh, that is brilliant. Let's say you're a whale, and what you hunt is really tiny krill. And these krill will scatter if there's just one of you. But you've learned how to work together as a team to be able to create this bubble net and come up all at once and be able to surround them and actually be able to get a bigger meal because of it. Or a couple other examples, not to beat the idea in the ground, but let's say you're a chimpanzee. And this has been very true in human evolution too. There are other groups of chimpanzees, or insert other groups of humans, other tribes, that would love to be able to take, in human case, resources. In chimpanzee case, mates, females. There are other groups of chimpanzees that would love to wipe out all the males in a group and be able to take all their females. So how is it that you defend yourself from that? What adaptations, what behavior can you evolve and adapt in order to be able to fit that particular circumstance? Let's say you're a meerkat. You have to deal with lions, leopards, cheetahs, hyenas, wild dogs, this plethora of hungry mouths that would love to have you as a meal. How as an organism do you deal with that? How do you keep the most vigilant, the best lookout? You learn how to do it as a group. You develop a sense